Okay, this is the first time I've ever done any kind of product comparison. In this particular session here, I've got an iPhone 4, the Zoom Q3 HD, a Canon 60D and a Panasonic SD90. So I just want to give you an idea of what these things sound like recording the drums. So I'm not using any of the mics on here. The sound that you're going to hear is just going to be from each of these individual devices. And then we'll see which sounds best. So I'm just going to play for a bit and then I'm going to switch up the video on the screen between the devices and you can see what's what. Put these on to protect my hearing. So after editing the first part of the video where I was comparing the cameras, I realised that the output of the Q3 HD seemed a little toppy, it didn't have much low end to it. So I checked the menus and I had the low cut filter turned on. So I'm going to do the same thing, just record a little bit of drumming. I used that with this tripod here, which is the most portable tripod I've found. You just pull these out, pull the legs apart, it folds up, and then it's got this little elastic thing that goes around. So, I don't know, it's like a folded up umbrella type size. So I just stick that in my bag, put this in my pocket, and then when you get to the gig, unfold this thing. Like some creepy spider. It's just the right height for filming the drums, so this just screws on the top, and it's pretty sturdy actually. It could take quite a lot of weight on the legs. You can push down on there, and then it's got this ball and socket joint, so you can record at all the different angles. If you look over here, there's this Asus monitor that I just got, and this was £155. I think it'd be pretty decent in dollars. There's a light here, so that's basically hooked up to the Zoom, which is over there, by a mini HDMI to normal HDMI cable. So I can sit down at the drums and I can see, you can set that up wherever you want, and I can see how I look when I'm playing and check my technique, check my posture, and it's recording all the time while I'm doing that too, so I can watch it back afterwards. So to summarise, we tested the Zoom Q3 HD, the Canon 60D, which is a DSLR camera that you've got to buy lenses for and things, the Panasonic SD90, which is a camcorder which has an amazing zoom on it, which you can check out on one of my other videos, and the iPhone 4, which I'm recording this on now. So why pick the Zoom over the others? Well, For a start, it's cheaper than the rest of them. It's more robust. It's easy to sort of transport along with this tripod. It's a great all-round solution. And if you wanted to upgrade to a Canon, for example, if you wanted to take some proper still photographs and do really good quality 1080p video, or you wanted to get a camcorder for some reason, I don't really know, I guess perhaps for the zoom feature, then even if you do upgrade to one of those, the Zoom Q3 HD is not going to be left out, because then you can do multi-angle video, or you could use the Zoom just to record the sound. So if you're doing a gig, you could put this out at the front of house on the sound desk, and you could perhaps record, you know, the whole stage from there, and you might have one of the other cameras up on the side of the stage getting the close-up shots, and then you can, in the video editing, you can use the sound from the Q3 that gives you the front of house sound mixed with the video from one of the other devices. So basically, if you get something like this, when you want to upgrade to something else for some reason later on, you're not going to be throwing it away, you will still use it. So I have this as well as the other things, and I still would take this to a gig over any of the others, just because I'd happily like balance this on top of a door at the side of the stage, which I've done, and leave it there and come back later thinking nobody's going to nick it. Whereas if I left my Canon DSLR on the side of the stage, I'm sure it would be gone in an instant. So that's it for this time. If you check back, maybe subscribe to the blog, and you'll be notified of when the next post goes up. Next time I'm going to look at mixers and headphones and how you can basically expand this setup to give yourself a little bit more control of what you can do. So if you want to subscribe to the blog and be notified of when the next post is due, then there's a button just below this video that you can use. And maybe a week or so, when I get back from the next little bit of touring, I will post that video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.